We need to get to the weather because, of course, if you are traveling, which I will get to these passport issues soon, you're looking at some interesting weather this week. It's a nice way to put it because once we start getting into the middle of the work week, Mariel, we're starting to see that weather become more active.
Absolutely.
Potentially something to be aware of if you're heading out.
Yes, absolutely. Especially over the next couple of days, especially if you're heading out of town, it's something you want to pay attention to. Today, if you are traveling south, you want to pay attention to the wind and you want to pay attention to the potential for a few storms, especially if you're heading, say, south of the Metroplex. We are looking at a marginal risk for severe weather. It's a very, very low-end threat, a level 1 out of 5 for the likelihood of strong to severe storms. The reason it's a level 1 is because we're not expecting to see big coverage with this. It's going to be 1 to 2, maybe even 3 thunderstorms that form. If they form, we have a really strong cap in place, which will limit storm development today, but hail will be the main concern. And this is what one computer model is showing. This is Monday after 6, so this is closer to 7. We see some activity start to the south of Interstate 20. A few of those storms could travel into portions of, say, I-35, close to Cleburne, mainly south of the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And by about 10, we see this activity kind of winding down. It loses a lot of its energy, again, if it forms. Tomorrow, a similar situation in the afternoon with a dry line and some thunderstorms taking shape. But a cold front is going to follow that, and that front is going to enhance our coverage. So it's going to bring us a bit better coverage, especially east of I-35. A few locations under that slight risk, including portions of Collin, Dallas, Rockwall, and even Hunt County, as well as Kaufman County. A few locations north and east under the enhanced risk. But tomorrow afternoon is one of those days where you got to pay attention to the weather. Locations that were heavy hit on Friday are running the risk again to see those strong to severe storms, including a moderate level 4 out of 5 risk for Iowa, Missouri, and Illinois for the potential of tornadic activity. Now here, we do not have that threat. Our threat is going to be a hail and wind threat. So this is for Tuesday afternoon. That dry line could pop up a few thunderstorms, but a lot of that energy again goes away once the sun sets. Overnight, that front comes in. It's going to interact with this moisture. This is around 2 in the morning. So tonight into Wednesday morning after midnight, we're looking at this front kind of coming in and bringing us better potential for rain. Again, mainly east of I-35. Here's where we could see a few of those strong storms with strong winds and maybe even some hail, but the higher threat is east of the Metroplex. We dry out mid to late morning on Wednesday, and then we're looking at a pretty dry afternoon. That's not where we finish our rain potential, though. 1 to 2 inches of rain still possible for areas in the Metroplex and south, higher towards the south and east because of added rain potential Friday and Saturday. We're still waiting to get a little more data on that one. So right now, this is what we're dealing with. Most of us are going to see the sunshine all day. Temperature already at 78 degrees at DFW Airport, and it feels like 80. So we're talking about a small heat index today. Winds are out of the south, 22 miles per hour now, but could be gusting up to about 25 miles per hour this afternoon. We make it to 92 degrees today. The record high today is 95 in 1989. Our southwestern counties could see the mid-90s today. That is why we have an elevated fire danger for our western counties. It's not only the warmth that we're talking about, but the low humidity and that southwest wind. Tonight into tomorrow morning, lows into the upper 60s with wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour. So it'll be warm tonight, too, for early April standards. Mid-80s on Tuesday. We drop into the 60s Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and there's that rain potential on Good Friday, Saturday, and maybe even on Easter Sunday. We'll be back.